Update 2 on Tropical Storm Merbok, which is moving very quickly towards Hong Kong and China. At 2 AM UTC on June the 12th, 2017, it had winds of 45 miles an hour and a pressure of 998 millibars. 20.5 degrees north, 114.6 degrees east. There are Signal 1 standby warnings in effect for Hong Kong and Macau. No warnings yet for China, although we expect the warnings in Hong Kong to be raised to Signal 3 later. It's expected to make landfall within the next 12 hours or so, and may intensify a little bit more before then, weakening to a depression, then could be intensifying back into a tropical storm as it moves out into the East China Sea and then through the Ryukyu Islands of Japan, though all the while it's not expected to get particularly strong. This is how the storm is looking right now, and that's the wind field, 133 miles south-southeast of Hong Kong. It's been downgraded on the CDPS scale to just a stage 1. That's due to its quick forward motion, which means that damage is less likely to occur, particularly in the form of flooding. 135 miles from Macau and 235 miles southwest of Shantou. So this is what it's expected to do in terms of the wind field, making landfall there just east of Hong Kong, moving inland, losing tropical storm intensity, and then moving out over the East China Sea area near Taipei. Could become a tropical storm again there. If it is still tropical at that point, it could turn extratropical anywhere along that progression, but by Wednesday it'll be moving through the Japanese islands and then south of the rest of mainland Japan. So the standby signals are in effect there at the bottom of the screen. There's the sea surface temperatures, very warm, 28 to 30 degrees Celsius all the way up until its landfall. We don't expect it to be significantly stronger than what it is right now because of this. Look at the wind shear, it's significant already and it's increasing, so I think it could be taking its toll on the storm very soon indeed, and you'll see in the satellite imagery shortly the northwestern side of the storm is not looking particularly well. Look at that. Now you can see there all that dry area to the northwest of the storm, possibly caused by wind shear. Hong Kong won't really be feeling the effects of this system yet, and the surrounding area of course, but things will begin to pick up a little bit more later on today, and tropical storm force winds are definitely possible in the whole area, Hong Kong, Macau and Guangzhou in China. So this could happen rather quickly in the next 12 to 18 hours, and then by the end of today into tomorrow morning it will probably be all over for that area as the system moves inland. Elsewhere in the tropics we have this Tropical Depression 3E, which has really let itself go since it got designated by the National Hurricane Center, who inadvertently may have egg on their faces yet again here in the Eastern Pacific because the storms just don't want to play ball. That's how it's looking right now. It's slowly venturing towards a landfall. Whether it becomes a tropical storm or not, that remains to be seen, and we'll wait and see whether it makes landfall or not. It still could move off towards the west yet. We'll be watching out for that, and if it does of course move west, then it does have a higher chance of becoming a tropical storm in the next few days. It's who knows what might happen there. It's pretty uncertain whether it will get to that status or not. So our totals so far in 2017, 3 depressions, 16 tropical storms, 3 Category 1s, 1 Category 2, 2 Category 3s, 1 Category 4 and 1 5. As you can see, we're still quite some distance away from the averages, but that's what you'd expect at this time of year. Don't forget, around 64% of all activity occurs after June. 24 storms have formed so far in total in 2017. 31 is the number that 1900 set. Obviously observations weren't so good back then, but this is the quietest start to a year since 1954 in terms of ACE. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.co.uk, at your service at any time with its tracker. You can also find us on YouTube, search Force 13 if you're not there already, subscribe if you haven't. You can also find us on Facebook and on Twitter, search Force 13 all in text to find us on there. You can also add Fool13 on Skype, that's FOOL13, and add extension 9094 on Discord for tropical weather chat.